Chase Outdoors. For guns, archery, and fishing, visit Chase Outdoors LLC in the Cedar Creek Mall in Rothschild or the e-store online at chase-outdoors.com.
All right, everybody, this is the last take. If it's terrible, we're just going with it. I'm tired of screwing up. My name's Justin Geike. I'm with Chase Outdoors in Rothschild, Wisconsin. We know we're in Wisconsin because it's April and Mother Nature's drunk off her gourd and it is raining ice. It sucks. The river is flooded. It's cold. It's nasty outside. The creek that runs through my property is flooded. My tractor is essentially on an island right now. So the best thing that I can think to do is to come into our beautiful store full of hunting and fishing gear and talk to you guys about new fishing products. It will get warmer. The sun will come back, the rivers will subside, and we will be back to catching fish. And these are some products that definitely you want to put in your tackle box to help you maximize your enjoyment on the water this year. Last week in volume 1 on 2025 new baits, we talked about Z-Man first, and we're going to do it again. Why? Because they're incredible innovators that make great products. And these are the new Shadron LTs from Z-Man Plastics. These baits are really unique. In fact, they call them an over and under design. What that means is you've got your pre-rigged hook on the top for single. It's a super heavy duty 3/0 sickle hook on the 4.5 inch, and then the 6 inch is going to be a 5/0. The other option that you have is to go down and run a treble hook on the belly. So if you are running through heavy cover like dense weeds and you want to run the single hook, you have that option. If you're fishing more open water, want to maximize your hooking percentage, the treble hook is an option. As always, like all Z-Man products, it's made out of Lastec. Incredibly durable, incredibly stretchy, helps make your money go longer rather than having to replace your bait every single time a piker or a muskie grabs onto the thing, which I completely suggest in the 6 inch as a springtime bait or in heavy cover. This is going to catch some muskies. If you look at this forage design, even though these baits are designed to look like shad, to look like alewife, this is still, think lake shiner, think perch, think crappie, think bluegill. This is just a really ideal profile in a 4.5 inch and in a 6 inch bait. The paddle tail on the back is not huge. It doesn't put off this big heavy waddle, yet it's designed to be tighter to better mimic the natural swimming motions of fish. So in clear water, really like this design, want to take that into heavy consideration. Next, we're going to move on to Berkeley. Berkeley has obviously been an innovator for several decades, and it's no different this year. This is the Clackin Craw here. This is going to be a tremendous smallmouth and largemouth bait because obviously crayfish are a super huge part of their diet in so many waters. The one thing I like about these pre-rigged craws is their paddle tails are designed with the type of paddle that I like that gets the right amount of movement back and forth. That movement is critical, that those claws are moving when you're pulling them through the water rather than just something that stays stationary. The other thing they've done is they put these micro little rattles in each claw so that as you get that movement, you're also adding sound that you don't get from anyone else's craw. It's a really cool idea. The next thing to me that's most innovative is in their jig head design. It's a horizontal eye, which is helped designed to deflect off of structure, as well as a head that's designed like this, almost like a bat wing, again, to deflect off of structure left and right. And the cup design is also designed so that you land on the bottom in the upright position at all time. The last thing they have, in addition to their heavy duty hook, is a monofilament weedless addition to this to keep you off that structure in the case that you want. One thing that's nice is if you don't want that because you're not fishing, say, light gravel or sand, and getting snagged isn't an issue, you can just go ahead and clip that off. Really neat design. So that's the Clackin Craw. This is the drip minnow from Berkeley. It might be one of the prettiest little things I've ever seen. As a walleye fisherman, look at that color, a natural perch. It is absolutely ideal in the size that I like for basically all things northern Wisconsin fishing. This profile is ideal. You can do so much with it in the fact that it can be drop shotted, it can be used in forward facing sonar, it can just be used snap jig off the bottom. Additionally, you get that power bait scent that has been proven for so long to be so effective. So this is the drip minnow. I don't know how you don't add this to the arsenal and just make it one of those go-to, I need to put a bait on. I just don't know what this won't catch. It's gonna be a hot bait, and it is so incredibly lifelike. Kind of puts it all together. It's the best forage, it's the best color, it's the right profile, and it has a tremendous scent. Love that. The next thing we're gonna do is move into Strike King. They've got two very similar looking baits, but both have a little bit different applications. And this is the homing minnow, and this is the pinger minnow. Really like these. Again, they're pre-rig plastic, something that we've seen so much of. Last time in volume 1 on new baits, we talked about forward-facing sonar. That's the design behind these too. Where does the difference come in? First of all, love the length. Again, going back to that 3 to 3¼ inch profile that I like so much here locally. Great colors, a great variety of colors. But the homing minnow is designed to cover water at a distance. It's a paddle tail, traditional paddle tail, straight retrieve, but it's designed with its 90-degree eyelet, allows it to be fished on a vertical presentation better than some other designs as well. With the super flat top that they've got on there and the wider top, it's designed to be optimized for forward-facing sonar. Really nice, crazy versatile. Cast it, retrieve it, jig it, vertical snap it. There's not much you can't do with this. The difference when you go to the Pinger minnow is strictly in the rear tail. The tail still has a paddle feature, but it's actually split horizontally instead of vertically, with the design to be more worked as a vertical jigging bait, ideally used, again, vertical jigging off the bottom or used in conjunction with forward-facing sonar. So these are just another group of tremendous 2025 new lures that you need to come into Chase Outdoors or hop on our website, chase-outdoors.com, and add to your fishing arsenal whenever the flood decides to stop. Hey, as always, be safe, be successful on the water. I'm Justin Geike with Chase Outdoors. Be sure to subscribe on our website for our e-newsletter, and we'll see you next week.